All right, boom. So like I was saying, when Odell went to go walk up her front steps, she noticed the front door wasn't all the way shut. Hesitant, she pushed it open. Soon as she stepped inside, she noticed the house was ransacked. Couches flipped over, refrigerator door wide open, like somebody was just tossing shit around looking for something. She gripped her son Oran's hand tighter, really not wanting to go inside, but she knew she had to go in there and get the keys. So she picked her son up and ran up the steps, darting into the master bedroom, where she discovered up there was trashed as well. But just as she suspected, the keys she was looking for was still in the top dresser drawer. She swiped them. Just imagining the scene that played out in the house, because it looked like Dante put up a real struggle, holding back tears, not knowing if Dante was still alive or not. She ran back down the steps with her son in her arms and got back in the car. Those keys were important because those keys was to the safe at the stash house. Her and Dante was the only people who knew about it. This is where he kept a lot of his work as well as a lot of his cash, the bulk amount of it. The niggas wanted $250,000 to get Dante back. The last time she checked, it was around $400,000 in there, not including the drugs and shit. So she knew they had the paper to get him back. The stash spot was an apartment over East Baltimore called Parkside Gardens. Odell pulled down in there. She hopped out the car, head half braided, grabbed little O'Ran out the back, and made their way inside the apartment building. Still kind of shaky, she stick her key in the door. When she opened up the door, she flicks the light switch on. Two niggas come from out of nowhere and grab her up, put their hands around her mouth, wrestle her to the floor, duct tape her hands, her ankles, takes her son, Lil O'Ran, sit him on the couch. While Odell on the floor struggling, she looks up to see her baby father, Dante, duct taped to a wooden chair in the middle of the floor, beaten and bloodied up. It's niggas with black ski masks in the apartment. Odell looking at Dante with that desperation in her eyes like, baby, tell me what to do. Then out of nowhere, she got punched in her face real hard. Boom! Knocking her unconscious. Lil O'Ran get to crying. They duct taped his mouth. Dante's left eye was swollen, shut. Blood all over his face. He only could see out one eye. He couldn't believe this was happening. All he know, he was putting his key in the door going in the house. Niggas ran up behind him. Before he could get his strap out, they forced him in the house talking about where that money at. The crazy thing about it was he recognized the voices and knew exactly who wanted at least one of the three was out of the three men. It was a nigga named Sushi, who Dante, for a brief moment in time, had running smack for him. He only dealt in smack for a few months before he switched back over the game. It just wasn't his business. It wasn't his line of work. But another reason was Sushi had fucked up a big package. Told Tay niggas robbed him and all that. Half a brick. So instead of whacking him because he grew up with him, that was his man for real, Tay shut him down. Stopped fucking with him. Told him he couldn't hustle up away no more, none of that shit. Whole time Sushi had started getting high. He was bipping on the low. So you know where that half a brick of smack went. Up his nostrils. But anyway, so the nigga Sushi decided he gonna get Dante out the way and take everything and become the man. Friday. But anyway, when Odell came to, she automatically went in panic mode, start trying to get free. But they had her taped to a wooden chair now, and they sat her right next to Dante, with baby O'Ran sitting on the couch, watching in horror. Odell bleeding from the mouth profusely. Right side of her face started to swell up. Dude gave her one of them boxer jabs. When she first opened her eyes, she noticed they had taken the keys out of her pocket. So what ended up happening, they had drugged that big ass safe out the bedroom into the living room and was trying to see if those keys was gonna work. And Odell knew that they was the keys to the safe. It was 6 keys on the ring. 2 of the keys were to 2 cars that Dante drove when he wanted to be low key. Hoopties for real. The other 4 were to different safes that had different things in them, that were at different locations. But one of those keys opened up the big safe. So they sticking them in one at a time, trying to figure out which one it is, if any. She saw Dante keys laid on the floor. but she knew none of them wasn't it. It is. It's your boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. I want to send a big shout out to the brother, Big Unc. This brother sent his hard-earned money in, bless the channel through Cash App. This brother don't just watch the channel, he support the channel. Big Unc, just stay locked in, pimp. I got us. Boom. So like I was saying, when the nigga Sushi finally selects the right key after checking every key on the key ring, Odell and Dante just watched, knowing that was the right key. He sticks the key in the lock and unlock it. But when he went to go open the safe door, a loud knock came from the front door. Boom, 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 boom. Startling out the nigga Sushi and his henchmen. They all look over at the door at the same time. Like, they got the whole family duct taped up. Everybody from Dante, Odell, and Baby O'Ran. So they damn sure wasn't opening up no door. So Sushi get to asking Dante in a low whispering voice, like, what's that? But before he could even adjust her with a head nod or anything, they just heard a loud voice shout out, Baltimore City Police Department, open up, open up. This sent panic through the room. But when Odell heard that, she figured now or never. She sprung straight into action with her hands, mouth, and feet duct taped to a wooden chair. She threw her body onto the ground with so much force that the wooden chair broke apart, making a loud noise. The nigga Sushi and his henchmen ran to the back room, out of Dante and Odell's sight. So when the police kicked the door in, they didn't even know. Them niggas jumped out the window. They was only on the second floor, so it wasn't that high up. So the police quickly started removing the tape from Odell, Dante, and Lil Rain. While the other ones was looking through the house, they get the tape off Odell's mouth. The officer asking her, like, what happened? What just happened? I face off, Dante all beat all up. That's when the other officer came from out the back room, like, whoever it was, they jumped out the window. They long gone. So one of the police started looking at the safe. But anyway, the officer bends down and pushed the safe door open. But to Odell's surprise, it was completely empty. Fucked her head up. She like, fuck. Look at Dante like, he all battered and bruised. They still getting the tape off him. But he had this look on his face like he knew it wasn't nothing in there. Here Odell thinking it's about to be hella money, over $400,000 in cash, coke in there, and possibly some heats with a load off her shoulders. So when they came with the questions, Dante just gave her a look like, you better not say nothing.